Fox News alert, the Iranians have 48 hours to get it together, or it's bridge and power plant day. Trump's not being unreasonable. Without a deal Wednesday in primetime, he says lots of bombs start going off. These Iranians are squirrely. On Friday, they said the Strait was open, and Saturday they shot up 2 Indian ships. Here's one of the captains begging for mercy. Listen.
Navy, Navy, you gave me clearance. You gave me clearance to go. Navy, this is Motoranga Mar Herald. You gave me clearance to go. My name second on your list. You gave me clearance to go. You are fighting now. Let me turn back.
The president says Iran violated the truce.
They got a little cute, as they have been doing for 47 years. Nobody ever took them on. We took them on. They have no Navy. They have no Air Force. They have no leaders. They have no nothing. Actually, their leaders are, it is regime change. You call that enforced regime change. But we're talking to them. They wanted to close up the Strait again, you know, as they've been doing for years. And they can't blackmail us.
The Iranians even tested the U.S. Navy. We confronted a blockade runner in the Arabian Sea. After a warning shot, we fired on it.
Motor vessel Tosca, vacate your engine room. Vacate your engine room. We're prepared to subject you to disabling fire.
Okay, we gave the flare.
They still didn't listen. So our guided missile destroyer, the USS Sprance, blew a hole in her engine room, stopped her cold. Marines choppered in, rappelled onto the deck, and took her over. The president says we have full custody and are seeing what's on board. It's an Iranian cargo ship called the Tuska, almost 1,000 feet long and weighs as much as an aircraft carrier. And it's been under U.S. and European sanctions. It was up to no good. The Tuska was traveling from China. The Washington Post says it was loaded with dual-use chemicals used to manufacture ballistic missiles. Beijing just got caught doing us dirty, and Trump will make them pay. The U.S. Navy's already turned around 27 ships. We only had to light up 1 runner.
United States warship 115. You are entering the area of a military blockade. This blockade of Iranian ports will be enforced and applies to all vessels regardless of flag. Any vessel that further intends to enter or exit an Iranian port will be subject to the right of visit and search in accordance with international law. If you attempt to run the blockade, we will compel compliance with force. Over.
The president says he's maintaining the blockade until the mullahs sign the deal. Guided missile destroyers have Iran in a chokehold. Carrying a fleet of Seahawk helicopters is the USS Pinckney, named after a highly decorated black World War II naval officer. The USS Rushmore, a dock landing ship, is also on blockade duty. Sailors on board have been testing out some new toys. Our Apaches are also flying fast and low over Hormuz, on patrol and ready for action. The Navy deploying mine-hunting robots, basically sea drones that scan the bottom of the Strait. Unmanned submarines, knife and kingfish drones conducting surveillance deep underwater. Once they locate a mine, they fall back, and a second wave of sea robots come in and blow them up. U.S. company Sail Drone is putting the finishing touches on a James Bond-style submarine hunter. Look at that. It's 170 feet. Next generation tech. Once these things get going, the coast should be clear. And get this, the Pentagon is debuting a whole new technology, lasers. We've been conducting live fire tests aboard the USS Bush. They've been knocking down anything that flies. And the Bush will be in theater at any moment. By Wednesday night, we could see the return of major combat operations. The president says an extension of a ceasefire is very unlikely. The major sticking point is nukes.
970 pounds of 60% highly enriched uranium. What can you do with that?
So that is enough material for, if you enrich it just a little bit more, for 10 to 11 nuclear bombs.
The New York Times reports that American airstrikes, quote, crippled the Iranian nuclear program. And attacks have left their nuclear facilities in ruins, quote unquote. And their uranium remains buried deep under mountains of rubble. But after imploding their nuke sites, we caught the Iranians rushing to fortify Pickaxe Mountain. in tunnels 2,000 feet deeper than Fordo, impervious to bunker busters. That piece of intelligence is what convinced President Trump that the regime wasn't abandoning their nuclear program, so he launched Operation Epic Fury. The president knows that strikes won't be enough. That means the U.S. military is going to have to either go in under enemy fire and go deep and deal with the uranium, or we do a deal and go down deep with the enemy and deal with it. This is tough stuff. Here's Central Command's former deputy commander. Listen.
It's high risk. You have to occupy territory. You have to confront. You have to force your way in. So all those risks are inherent in that operation, but we can do it. The most prevalent threat is their abilities then to respond with drones, kinetic drones, maybe whatever's left in their inventory of missiles. That's your real threat to your time on the ground in the force.
Would you expect casualties in an operation like this?
Sure. You have to plan for that.
The president's acknowledged the chance of casualties, but would much rather do a deal. We've done it before. In the 90s, the U.S. military conducted a secret extraction in Kazakhstan.
Project Sapphire was the first of its kind. 3 massive C-5 Galaxy cargo planes were dispatched to Kazakhstan, carrying 31 specialists from the Departments of Defense and Energy. The teams brought 450 drums built to transport nuclear cargo, strong enough to survive a plane crash. And the whole thing was covert, under the cover of a humanitarian mission.
It was all done in utmost secrecy. A team of over 30 people working for about 5 or 6 weeks to finish this packaging operation. It didn't leak, and nobody knew they were even there.
We don't want to do this in hostile territory, but if we have to, the commander-in-chief has options. What we're not going to do is sign a weak treaty like Obama and take Iran's word for it.
Iran has been lying about its nuclear weapons effort for over 20 years now. They have always claimed our program was 100% peaceful. We were never pursuing nuclear weapons. That's a lie. And then once the international inspectors got in and started finding some things out, the Iranians kept lying to them.
This is why the president wants to do a deal that's much stricter than Barack's, much. This is why his negotiating position seems so all or nothing. Give us the yellow cake or go back to the Stone Age. Their negotiators have been telling us they're open to a deal. But the problem is the negotiators aren't the guys with guns. As the clock runs out, the military's flexing its muscle, or whatever's left of it. The IRGC is watching negotiators in Pakistan surrender the Strait and the nuclear dust. And the blockade's hitting them in the wallet. Right now, they have no money to rebuild, pay themselves. They just have whatever guns left they need to stay in power. So they've been tolling boats and spraying tankers, anything to maximize leverage going into Wednesday night, and giving a middle finger to their ministers who are trying to make peace. So the regime is fractured, and the gay Ayatollah can't assert control because he's hiding in a hospital bed underground. And that's how the military wants it. Remember, the military overruled the mullahs and whipped the votes for the gay Ayatollah. He's like the Iranian Biden. He's weak and can't wield power. This is the chaos our administration has to process. The VP, J.D. Vance, Jared Kushner, and Witkoff are expected to present our best and final offer in Islamabad tomorrow. Smart money's still bullish on a deal. After the Iranians refroze the Strait, the market shrugged, closed flat today, and kept last week's gains. Iran's economic warfare strategy hasn't worked the way it thought it would. These Pakistani peace talks are literally life or death. Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.